LA's Hip Hop Morning Show on Power 106. Welcome to the Daily Dose. Make sure you guys go ahead and
you're going to say, welcome to the meat show. Woo.
Oh, no. You guys could say that.
Hey.
Listen, Daily Dose. Make sure you follow us on YouTube and hit the subscribe button.
Too much blue face.
Listen, Noah did a shot, and he's already feeling it.
Yeah, I am kind of had a shot of that hen dog right now.
So what we're going to talk about today is the whole Justin Bieber, Eminem situation.
Yes.
You're the one that brought it to our attention, and you feel a certain way about it, right? Or I think you were like kind of caught in the middle because you understood both.
It's a Libra in me, but I agree with Justin Bieber, and I disagree with Justin Bieber.
Tell him what Justin Bieber said first, though.
Okay, so Justin Bieber basically said, like, he's a fan of Eminem. However, he doesn't like how Eminem doesn't appreciate the new generation of rappers. So part of me says, yeah, I can see that. Eminem made the whole album Kamikaze going at pretty much everybody, and let's face it, we heard Revival and then we heard Kamikaze right after. Eminem does sound kind of dated in his raps. But the other part of me was like, hold on, Beeb, like, we invited you in the culture and you hang out with us, but you ain't the culture. And even my criticisms for Eminem not really liking his music that much, he still could rap his ass off. And he's still the embodiment of what hip-hop is.
Right.
So that's why I'm conflicted, because I'm like, all right, Beebs, like, I get your point, because I'm sure a lot of young people feel that way, but at the same time, it's like...
Do you think that he had a right to speak on it? Like, Biebs didn't have that right? You know what I mean?
Yeah, because it's like Lord Jamal said this on Vlad TV a long time ago when he was talking about Eminem. He's like, you're a guest in the house of hip-hop, and I kind of agree with that a little bit.
Right. No, I think so, too. I think that's perfectly said. He is a guest in the house of hip-hop.
And Marshall doesn't need much to get after that ass pause. Like, Eminem... This is what he does for fun.
Right.
Going at people, you understand?
Yeah, and that's always been his thing.
And that's his thing. And you know what? So Bieber saying that, just be prepared. Marshall's going to come for you.
That's what I'm thinking. We're going to hear a diss track pretty soon.
Nah, not a diss track.
No, I don't know, because he went at Machine Gun Kelly. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but that's different. Eminem to Bieber would be one line, said really fast.
But see, okay, the other part of me, though, looks at it, though, and I'm like, yo, man, the young cats... Some of y'all are disrespectful as fuck.
A lot of you guys
Kodak
are.
Black, Lil Yachty, you said a couple things that were crazy, and I could go on and on. But, again, why I'm torn is because the old heads sometimes, it's like, yo, you got to get with the times. It's not the 90s no more. We ain't wearing baggy jeans and, like,
But only some of them, because there are some OGs in the game that actually take the younger ones under their wing, and they're quick to say, you know what, let's go ahead and show this generation.
The smart ones do it and the good ones do it.
Some love,
Case in point, Jay-Z accepted the new generation a long time ago. In the early 2000s.
Yep.
You understand me? So, I mean, after he retired and became Def Jam president, you see him working with, from the beginnings with Cole and Drake, and just, Jay stays tapped in.
Yep.
Yes, he does.
Media.
Yes, he does. He's
and
smart.
So, as you can see, it's not a surprise why Jay is still relevant. Why Jay is still has the attention of the young ear,
Right.
because he understands it, he embraces it, and there's a reason why some of these old heads have fallen off, because they run from that shit.
Yeah, and it's like
they're critical. But to your point, people are disrespectful, and we gotta have a balance.
There has to be a balance of respect, and there has to be a balance
on both ends.
No, that's what I mean. There has to be a balance of respect, like respect for the younger generation that's coming in, and guide them in a certain sense, and respect from the younger generation that they can learn something. You know what I mean? From this older generation.
I don't want to sound like that old guy on the porch, like, get off my lawn, but it's the truth is. It's got to be a healthy balance, and the disrespect is crazy. You mentioned Kodak coming at Lil Wayne from like left field,
right?
Pump, Tekashi, like I think it all evolves around that clout culture,
right?
Like trying to gain clout by saying some trolling, controversial shit. And what they don't realize is a lot of these old heads, these are grown ass men with families,
and some of them they don't play, and they will come for that ass.
They come from real places, so some of these things you say might be funny, might get you attention, might get you clicks, but to these grown ass men, this affects their life, and they'll come at you, Uncle, because back when they were growing up. That's the kind of talk that you say. You better bring that same energy.
I have a question. So I know Eminem went off, on the new, generation of hip hop. But who do you think would be able to like jump on an Eminem record that's young, that's fresh, that he would probably accept?
Oh, a ton
of people
that Eminem would accept.
Yeah, JID, Logic. Well, he's already done shit with Logic.
The record with Boogie, West Side Boogie, though. West Side Boogie.
So he does have love for the. It's just a particular type.
Joyner Lucas.
I get the vibe.
Joyner Lucas is dope, by the way.
Yeah. When I listen to Eminem, especially his Kamikaze had some dope songs on there. Revival, I'll be honest with you, I was not feeling it. I haven't really been a big fan of Eminem for like the last past 10 years. But I say that to say that like. when I listen to Eminem's music as a radio DJ, as a producer myself, as a turntablist, I get the sense that like he's not really involved with what's going on now. Just because it just sounds like he's in his own bubble, doing his own thing, doing Eminem. He's still got like the rock girl on the hook. Yeah. He's still got those guitar riffs for all of his samples.
Yeah, but I don't want to see M at the club. Like I don't want to see M tapped in. Like Marshall's always been that cat. I mean, when he was coming up, he was around the Christina Aguilera's, like the Carson Daly's, the Fred Durst. That's why they were referenced. I feel like right now M is just being M. He's older. I
want to see M.
He's battling his own demons. So he's not tapped in.
Eminem's somewhere right now wearing a hoodie.
Chilling.
You know what I'm saying?
But he's still got to be relevant to the culture, though. He's still got to be relevant to the culture, and I feel like that's kind of Eminem. That's where he kind of messed up, because it's like we all know Eminem can rap. We all know Eminem can rhyme the word orange with anything. He can rhyme orange, frisbee, zoo, whatever the fuck. But it's like Eminem, you gotta make it relevant for 2019 for what's going on out here.
Now you said that Justin Bieber, they said that he is a guest of the culture. Mm-hmm. Would you consider Eminem he's a guest of the culture too?
No, I would.
Yeah,
you would. Okay.
I would. Yeah, because this. I mean, honestly, man, and I'm not trying to like make it a race thing.
It's your opinion.
But the culture of hip hop was created by, poor black and brown people. Straight up, man. And it's like, granted, hip hop is all inclusive and it should involve everybody, and everybody's more than welcome. Man, woman, gay, straight, black, white, Asian, whatever. But at the same time, this is still like, to black and brown people, a huge part of our culture, man.
This is a big part of our culture. It's our way of voicing what people don't normally listen to us. It's our way of voicing.
Sorry to cut you off, but before there was YouTube and social media, that was how we spread our stories and gave the news. And
agreed.
If there was a Oscar Grant situation before we had we did it through hip hop.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So I think to the average person, a color that's in this culture and participates, it means a lot to us. I'm sorry to keep cutting you off, but I just got to make this clear, because I don't want to make it seem like it can't mean a lot to a white person or an Asian, anybody.
Right.
But I just know for brown and black people especially, this is our culture.
It started with black and brown people, but doesn't mean it can't evolve. And to say that is to knock to say that there isn't poor white people, and to say that you don't understand, like
Eminem was a poor white person.
Because I had a joke and I was gonna go on 8 Mile and do all that, but if we're having a serious conversation, like there's a lot of people that grow up in a situation and they identify with the music. Not only that, like the music rescued them, like whether it be emotionally, physically, mentally.
Well, I feel like
so to say that, like to say he's a guest of the culture, it's to knock totally his upbringing and his experience with the genre. You understand? And I think that's what needs to make hip hop a beautiful place, is that a lot of people can identify with it, right? And a lot of people can grow out of it. And I wouldn't say he's a guest of the culture, but a lot of people might say that I'm a guest of the culture without knowing who I am and where I come from. They see a Latin dude with a dad hat and they're like, well, what does he even fucking know about hip hop? But I mean, like we could say that about everybody.
Hip hop.
And that's why I say, like, hey, Marshall, like regardless of what I feel about the new albums, I mean, my man, he paved the way for a lot of people.
No, and he had his moment.
I wouldn't say he's a guest of the culture. That's my opinion, though.
And let's keep it way real. Say something positive about Eminem. Although I feel he's a guest, he did pave the way for white rappers. Because up until then, there was a huge stigma on being a white rapper.
Was kind of hard, though.
Get the fuck out of here.
Marky Mark has...
he was kind of hard. He had some jams. Remember old boy from 90210 that used to rap too?
Who?
Oh, David, whatever the fuck.
Brian Austin Green.
Brian Austin Green,
Hey,
yes.
you want to know something about Brian Austin Green? He low-key had some slaps.
Yeah.
Really?
Google that shit, but he low-key had some slaps.
I heard one song.
Yeah, but Eminem did pave the way for lyricists, for I feel like a generation of white rappers, and I say that in a good way. So yeah, I get it, but I mean, I guess to circle back to the original point, I think both sides got to respect each other. I think it's a balance, and you got to remember when I was young, this is what my parents would say. They would be like, they're just sampling other people's music. They don't even make their own music, and they curse over it, and a turntable's not even an instrument. And, I hit my mom with the blue face. Yeah, all right? This shit is real to me, So I think that if, the older generation, we got to always remember that. Like, the young music is supposed to piss off the older people. It's supposed to be rebellious. It's supposed to make you feel uncomfortable and
make you think also, too. It can make you think 'cause it's from different opinions. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I will say one of the callers said today that the only way the young generation is gonna grow is they need to respect the OGs. 'Cause that's the
And that's
only
true,
way they're
too.
gonna load
And
the
you
tricks.
have to. You have to show respect,
Yeah,
man.
and you know it's funny, but you gotta show respect because at the end of the day, you're gonna eventually be an old head.
Yeah.
That's what I wanted to say,
And
too.
how are you gonna feel when
Tables will
a
turn.
2025 cloud chaser is coming for that
you
ass
should hope. Some of you new
and
rappers,
diminishing your work?
you better hope you have a career that's longer than 2 or 3 years.
There you
The
go.
average rapper only lasts 2 or 3 years. Study any rapper.
Right.
2 or 3 years. By then, they usually fall off. So if you get 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, you're
lucky.
You're
Yeah.
lucky. You
Yes.
are blessed.
Let's end it like this.
Go ahead.
Do you feel the new generation is disrespectful, or do you feel the new heads, they're fighting Father Time too much, and they need to accept
Yup.
that
Right.
new movement, right? Embrace it.
Or
How do you feel?
Do you feel like me? It might be a little bit of both.
Could be a little bit of both.
I feel like a little bit of both too. But you guys go ahead and you can post your comments below, post your opinions below. Thank you guys for watching the Daily Dose.
Hey.